think they're rich, but when that time comes, they're gonna become just pretty much gone, man.
They're gonna be left with their idol gods. You know, gods they cannot help. You know? It's Isaiah 36:6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed." So a staff is like a supporting system. You know? So when you see how people they trust in the shadow of Egypt, referring to America, going back to the brother Lamar's point, that guy he referred to is Big Ward the Genius. That video that title is called Council Christmas Until Further Notice. Yeah, you know, he's a truck driver out there in Mobile, Alabama. He has a contract with Walmart. He said how Walmart been canceling the contracts for like Christmas and the toys and things of that sort because you know they're not getting no money coming in. Right. So that's gonna be like a big, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a big blow to society.
Yeah.
Man.
So a lot of people on the company board, you know, it's all about doom and gloom, the videos that he make. But it's really actuality is lined up with biblical prophecies.
And it's reality.
Yep, it's reality.
It's reality.
Yep.
You know, these cats are actually in denial. And denial is defined as refusing to really accept reality. So you tell yourself in your mind it's going to be okay, it's going to get better, but it's not. And this is backed up by the Holy Scriptures.
And that's beautiful, man. That's what we're looking forward to because, you know, we sick and tired of seeing you people all happy and proud. You know what I'm saying? And just thinking that this place is forever and ever, man.
That boy the Grinch, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying?
Spiritual riches.
Yeah, bro.
Hate
Shit. Goddamn by humbug. Cause I mean, brothers can only imagine how these people gonna feel. They say, look, no Christmas. Basically saying no Christmas, man. No Christmas.
It's gonna be the adults that's gonna act the worst.
They gonna be the worst one. They're gonna be the worst one. You got it, bro.
Yeah, because they justify actually celebrating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Based on it's on the family or the kids. It's either spend time with the family or the children. But at the same time frame, you have the weekdays to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
You gotta make time or the weekends. Why does it have to be Christmas and things of that nature when you know by default it's a pagan holiday because there's so many videos that has came out showing you Jeremiah the 10th chapter.
Right. That's why the Lord said he despised and hate your feast days, man. And now he's finna show how much he really hate them because he's finna take them from you people, man. You know, you gonna try to force it. You gonna go get probably a limb off a pine tree and stick it in a bucket or some shit. But at the end of the day, man, that spirit of Christmas really been gone. You people really been forcing it, man. You know, but it's over, man. I mean, the best thing people can do is hearken to the prophets, man. And pray to the Yahweh Shem Yahushua to forgive them, man, and repent. Because this place is gone, man. It's done.
And going back to Big Ward and Genius, out there in Mobile, Alabama, I forgot y'all mall what it's called. But it's a nice little mall too, but he was like filming like the inside of it. Man, no business is going on in there. You know, he's just showing like the malls pretty soon, the shopping malls around America, they're gonna shut down.
Hey, people are broke. Right, people don't got it. And as inflation goes up, guess what remains the same? Your hourly wage. So now it takes 2 or 3 people to run a household. It takes 2 or 3 jobs to basically sustain and maintain yourself.
Just so-called to make ends meet.
Right. And you still broke.
So going back to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, those who look out the windows be darkened, and darkness goes into like that dismal spirit. People not have no hope within this place anymore. You know?
And that brings on depression, anxiety, and so on and so forth.
And that's because, and also in Isaiah, it goes to about the burden of Egypt. That burden goes to that pressure, the anxiety, all that put on all these American shoulders. And they have like they backs getting pushed against the wall. These draconian measures. So pretty soon, these Americans gonna have that breaking point. And that's when you're gonna start seeing more civil uprisings, more social unrest within this place.
That's what they revealed last night by the rest.
Yeah.
By rest. Man, Jake, you can't really fucking rest. Like I said, you missed one motherfucking day of work. And, hey, you like you thousand days behind. That one day of missing work, man, you put yourself in the bind. And like some people working 2, 3 jobs, and you women, I just brought a great video. Hey, you women, you out here struggling, but you don't want to heal to your man, or try to get a man. You paying all your bills by yourself. When you bitch understand you get a man, y'all get that. You 2 incomes and make it work. It's 8. That shit. What 1 + 1? It's 2. It's how it is. But y'all in your fucking feeling of the man, this man there. Y'all bitch y'all struggling already. You wait till the shit crash. You think it's bad now? You think it's bad? Now we wait till when the shit hit the fan, it's on. The man, no man gonna be there. You by yourself. People run in your house and take your shit. And what you gonna do?
And take you as well.
You damn right.
Your body if not your life.
That's right.
You know?
So back in Isaiah 36:6, Lord, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed.
And that's what the 2/3 of our people doing, going back to Egypt. Right? Because the staff, like the brother said, is a support system, but this reed is the system. Like they believe in this system. Go ahead.
On Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
So America is modern day Egypt, right? And how do you lean on it? Your belief system. You know, going into Revelation, the 13th chapter, how those who worship the beast started with their belief system. And if you lean on it, it will pierce your hand. This is a chip scripture. This is also a chip scripture too. Because basically, because of this system, because people still want to remain attached, once that mechanism is mandated, people will stick out their hand and get it pierced. And yes, that is a sin worthy of death. How do you know? Because according to Leviticus, I think the 19th chapter, you're not supposed to make cuttings in the flesh, but to receive Revelation 13 and 16, you must have a cutting in the flesh, which is a piercing. And by Revelation the 14th chapter, it tells you what? That it is a sin worthy of death, because anybody that has that mechanism will receive what the judgment of the lake of fire.
That's the concept Esau is going to use upon the masses, because these people they are attached to convenience. So by you taking away convenience from these Americans, and you taking away pretty much their rights, you know? So what they're going to do, Esau is going to utilize that plan, that strategic plan right there. That's how a lot of people are going to get chipped. You can't get this, well, you got to take this. And a lot of people are following around. We already saw the prelude of it with, in 2020, you know? So how much more in the physical aspect of it when the MOTV be fully implemented?
I got precept.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 17. And the lawfulness of men shall be and the lawfulness of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low.
Can I say something? That starts your fucking lifestyle being taken from you. Loftiness goes into your pridefulness. Look at Puff Daddy. He's no longer sitting down now. You know, so basically, how do you destroy American dude or American woman? Well, you take their pride away from them by doing what? Removing certain employments from them, right?
And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Because all these fucking American idols will be destroyed. And we seeing how the Most High is utilizing Yahushua to basically destroy these so-called American idols. And more idols will fall. When you go into that term idol, what does it mean? False gods, right? You know, they act and emulate like they God, you know, like they God sent or even a power within itself, but you can't even stop yourself from not dying. You can't even prevent yourself from not going to the bathroom or going to sleep or from becoming sick. But because of your money, you're a so-called God, which makes you a fucking idol.
By these economic straits that Esau is putting upon the masses, you see a lot more people, especially these women, and that's humbling them now. That's why more of them gravitate to social media saying, I can't do this anymore by myself. How feminism has failed them. And now they're saying at the end times that that so-called covenant you made with death, and it's going to become disannulled very soon.
See, that's a dead man on the passenger side riding, man.
Maybe how about Shema Shah destroy him tonight? Like a Camaro, you hit a bump, goddamn, you come up out there.
That nigga go to Rankin County. Please let that nigga go.
Right. Boy, they want a big white boy to get a hold to him.
I be doing cartoons.
This Proverbs 25 and 19. Confidence in an unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint.
Man, you got it, bro.
Hey, read that again.
This Proverbs 29, it's like Proverbs 25 and 19. Confidence in an unfaithful man.
So what's the unfaithful man? Your modern day Pharaoh, which leads you back to this fucking system. Okay, believing in the president. Okay, making it believe, man, you believe in the president and you think he's for the benefit of your people. Right, go ahead.
It says, confidence in the unfaithful man in a time of trouble is like a broken tooth.
So
And they,
what's the trouble coming, Salaki? What's the trouble coming? Jacob's trouble. Jacob's straits. Trouble in Hebrew also means straits, which means what? A position of difficulty, man. Right? And it's like a what, bro?
it says, it's like a broken tooth.
So what's a broken tooth? Basically, you're supposed to be able to bite down on things. If you can't bite down on nothing, if your teeth is weak, then you don't need that tooth. It's not a support, right? It can't be used. What else, bro?
It says, and they foot out of joint.
Right, and a foot out of joint, meaning what? It's not stable. It's unstable. So our people believe in this system, okay, basically believe in a false security. A security that's not safe. A security that is not stable. A security that is unstable. And that's what this American dream leads to. A world of a fucking nightmare.
In order for you to believe this American dream, you gotta be asleep. Like George Carlin stated, you know? Like,
And now that the niggas gone, hey, you niggas don't respect Jake, man. Like you said, you got your mom in you. It's like Eve, she got a hierarchy in her mind.
Yeah.
And Jake at the bottom of the hierarchy. That's why you talk over people, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know it's over as a point when street niggas call their moms their OGs.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's over.
Let's do it.
And if you want to, I don't mean to cut you off the point, but at the same time frame, if you want to talk, pull up and deal like men.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna yell out the street. We the Israelites.
Hell
We
no.
beyond that shit.
This ain't 08, bro.
This ain't no way,
hey, but
man.
that's beautiful how the Lord woke him up on this day,
Yep.
September 20th,
Yep.
just to get marked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's all he did.
Yeah.
He got marked, man.
He knew what he was doing, and what y'all talking about. They say y'all preaching to the family. He knew what he was talking about.
So you already knew that we was preaching.
This is talking.
Punk ass in the car.
He's the type of nigga smoke weed and watch the video.
Right. I got one back you up, bro. This is Sirach chapter 12, starting at verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Hey, you're not supposed to trust your enemy. And build the spirit, we know who our enemy is, right? And get Hosea 4:6 on that. Right? Go ahead, bro.
For like as iron rust,
So you know iron is gonna rust eventually. One thing for sure about iron, it gets old and it will rust. Go ahead.
so is his wickedness.
That's how your enemy is, because he is the wicked. So just like an iron, just like iron rust, hey, that's how it is with the wicked, man. Their wickedness will eventually show who they are. It's gonna pierce through the surface.
Because rust is going to eventually appear on iron.
This
It's
is
inevitable.
Right.
It's the same thing with the wicked. His true character is going to eventually show.
right.
Come out.
Look at the planet. Look at the estate of the planet Earth. That's a testament as to who's running it and their level of leadership, man. You know.
Right. Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching yet, take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, because Esau make it seem like he's your friend, okay? He'll tell you to do both and so on and so forth. He'll tell you to believe in the system. He'll buy you lunch. He'll even give you a promotion or a raise. But at the end of the day, in his spirit is to destroy you. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. And they have mastered the art of war. And I'm talking about the nobility of Edom. Really, they know Jake better than their fucking selves. Right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So what happens when you wipe a looking glass? You still see your fucking reflection.
Yep.
Okay, and hey, at the end
Streaks
of the
up
day,
there.
what?
Streaks.
Them,
It ain't gonna be clean.
Streaks of wickedness is in that
Yeah.
nigga. Streaks of wickedness.
Hey, like a streak would be like this, this financial thing going on right now. He talking about like the economy good, but
Yeah.
meanwhile people losing jobs,
Right.
more people homeless,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, out here and stuff like that. That's a streak on that wiping glass.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And you have to kind of look at the streets, a lot of times you have to kind of step and look at it at an angle to see it. And people don't take the time and look at things for what they really are, man. Taking this devil word is terrible, man. It's a terrible thing to do because he has a track record. I mean, if you see, how can I put it? Okay, if every time you walk out your door and it's a hole there and you trip and fall and you done did this continually, do you think you're gonna stop unless you fill that hole? No, you're gonna continue to walk into that hole. This devil is that hole, man. If you don't feel it, or in a sense, just get over the way this man is running shit, and you running right behind him and accepting the way he run this society, man, you're gonna keep falling into that hole, and that hole eventually is gonna be that corral. If that makes any sense, man. Basically, you have to change something, man. You just can't keep following a blind dog, man. What a blind dog gonna take? Who the fuck knows? It can't be good, though.
Got you, bro. Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made.
Hey, and that's his whole rulership, basically, man. It's all a ditch, it's all a trap, it's all a snare. It's not for people to be able to really thrive, man. You know, and those who seem like they're thriving, it's a means to an end. Brought up Puffy, man. That nigga was really just a pawn used to work the minds of Jake, man, with all this different demonic music, you know what I'm saying, all this witchcraft he been bringing forth. But at the end of the day, man, it wasn't benefiting Jake. You know, Jake got some partying on everything, but it made Jake start wanting to do what? Be rappers, be singers, you know, going to clubs. There's nothing wrong with going to clubs, nothing wrong with listening to music, but when these things start just wrapping around your brain, man, and you can't see further than rap, you can't see further than club and further than music, you know, and when you hear this truth that you don't want nothing to do with it, because it's like somebody scratching a chalkboard to your ear because you have just taken in so much wickedness, man, and been so engulfed in this world, that's a problem, man.
Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11 for Puffy. Envy not the glory of a sinner. Let me read that again. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for you know not what shall be his end.
And that was Puffy's end, man. And a lot of people still, they wanted to be in that limelight. They still want to follow in them type of footsteps, man. But if you, in today's time, everything that's happening, man, I mean, if you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, an actor, you pretty much done, man. Because it's Mark the 8th chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, to lose his own soul? Okay? And what would he do in return, you know? But roughly paraphrasing. These people are not getting in these positions just because of pure raw talent, man. They're having to do some wicked deeds, man. They're having to do some abominable acts to get in these positions, man. Okay? Do you really want to do that? Is that the sacrifice you want to make? Wouldn't it be more of a sacrifice to, you know what I'm saying, repent and find the ways how about you shout to the best of your ability that you may receive salvation? Okay, that the Lord may have mercy upon you?
See, that type of aspect, Jake don't want because it's delayed gratification. You know, Jake wants that instant gratification right there and right now. You know, that so-called microwave success. But look what comes with them. Look how the strongholds come with them. Like Jake, you know, they sign for it, you know, they look glamorous and stuff like that on TV. But Jake, they don't show you about the fire print. What's that fire print? You know what I'm saying?
Do some wicked stuff.
Exactly. And so the scripture states, envy not the glory of a sinner. So if we went back into, let's say we jumped into a time machine and went back to 96, 97, we never would have thought that this day would have happened to Puffy. If we went back around 97, 98, early 2000s, he had everybody. He had everybody singing the songs. You know, he was talking about his liquor deal. He was talking about basically his clothing line, so on and so forth. He was the man or the face of the industry along with him and Jay-Z. So the scriptures say, envy not the glory of a sinner. That was his glory. For you know not what shall be his end. And at the end of the day, we still don't know the judgment of Puffy from the Most High that will be exercised by a judge such as Esau. We don't know how his end is going to be. But right now, he's crashing because when you sign that contract, it's just like the NIL deal. Your name, image, and likeness is all controlled. Now you can say this, you can't say that. You can't talk about this, you can talk about this. You got to put on this, you can't put on that. And push this agenda, you can't push that agenda. Right, a little more. States the light, not the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in. Wickedness. Right? Wickedness. All that fucking party. Everybody was talking about the partying at Puff's house. You know, how the fuck you have a party and then an after party and then a pre-party? All this fucking party. You being drugged up, women getting raped. You know, you have the same sex intercourse and so on and so forth.
Bro, they say motherfucker have to have a liquid IV after leaving this nigga party sometimes. Nigga, what are y'all doing?
You've been drunk.
Just pumping drugs,
So
drinking all kind of crazy shit. Bad boy. They didn't know how bad that boy was.
So again, delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
So what they heavily promote, adultery,
Yup.
idolatry,
Right.
covetousness.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
pretty much any of those components under black culture.
Anti-Messiah.
And yeah, it's anti-Messiah behavior.
Mhm. But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Yeah, when we go with you. This is the book of Psalm 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. So it looks like they popping right now because, as the scripture goes into, our favor's been shown to the wicked.
Yeah.
And so it looks like they winning right now. But at the end of the day, they still got to answer to Yahweh Bashim Shah, which is a higher power.
Cause we used to, kind of fret when it comes to that kind of shit. Like, damn, these wicked ass niggas, they got this, they got that, they go here, they go there. But now, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Shah, with the understanding from the teachers of our apostles and elder bishops and brothers on down, man, we know, man, that shit is temporary. That shit is going really nowhere fast, man. But like say in the world, it look like this is a hell of an accomplishment, man.
Hey,
But it really ain't.
Since you said that, bro, Ecclesiasticus 20:9. There is a sinner that has good success in evil things. This nigga
Yeah.
became a billionaire.
Yeah.
And there is a gain that turns to loss.
So at the end of the day, you see them, it's like that dog in the backyard. It's just they leash a little bit longer.
That's it.
You know, they got a little bit more room, they can be able to just navigate in.
Yeah.
At the same time, they still belong to their house, which is Esau Edom.
That's right.
What was the letter end of that?
Hey, I'm gonna read it again, bro. Ecclesiasticus 20:9. There is a sinner that has good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turns to loss.
A gain that turned to loss. So all this success that they have, Red Fox, gain loss.
That's right.
Richard Pryor, gain loss. Bill Cosby, gain loss. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, gain loss. Prince, gain loss.
He's broke now.
Adrian Peters, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's a one-way road to fail, man. You know, you get a few perks here and there. You know, you get to enjoy a few things here and there. But what does it really profit?
Not a motherfucking thing, man.
Well said, Zaquan.
Fuck this kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The Spirit helping us on us more and more to be in that mindset.
Gun.
Like, hell with this kingdom, man.
Gun, bro.
The Lord is showing us through His Spirit every day, hey, this is not your rest. He wants us to be in this type of spirit right now, just so we can hope more for Him.
Hey, our mom always says it just pays to do right.
Yep.
Even when we were little boys, but now you really understand the magnitude of that phrase. It pays to wait on Yahweh Shah. Ultimately. You know, you
just
got
have, it's like just having like a clear conscience at nighttime. You go to
exactly,
sleep.
bro.
Hey, that matters a lot, man.
You know, you ain't have to get on your knees. You ain't have to receive no back shots. You ain't have to take no drugs. You ain't have to sacrifice nobody. You know,
Yeah, that's
these
it.
niggas can't fucking sleep.
Those are spiritual riches right there alone, man.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful statement. Those are spiritual riches. Because you can never reverse.
Right.
You can repent, but you can never reverse.
That's right.
So if you let another man put it up your anus, you can't reverse that. You can't go back and delete that scene out of your life.
right.
Which is why Jake get high.
right.
Jake got all that money, but why don't they want to stay in reality? You getting high to escape reality.
Tearing it up.
Deny it, yeah.
You know, tearing it up just so you can show forth your manhood.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
But it's gone.
He's gone.
It's gone, man. Hey,
Esau knows it.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's why he does that.
and they know it after they do.
It's just a modern way of buck breaking, man.
That's it. That's it. And then they display people such as Puffy, so there won't be any more runners up.
It shows you that in the movie Pulp Fiction, when that Edomite sodomized Ben Ray.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They got the most alpha of alpha looking Jakes. And here it is, an Edomite sodomizing them, man.
And you know what's so spiritual? Me and the bishop, like knocking us, he was on the phone. He was just talking about that scene yesterday.
Really.
I kid you not. He just talked about that scene yesterday.
And you know, when Zaquan brought that up, they crammed him up. And then I think that movie came out first before that one when he had the dress on. He was, what's that nigga name? Miss Rose or something?
Holiday or some
Miss
shit.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were cramming his ass up.
And that he his face, he was like the epitome of a Judite alpha male. Like he's the face of a lion of the tribe of Judah. And they know that shit. That's why they sodomized them.
That's right.
You ain't got no fucking integrity, you Grecian.
That's right.
All right.
Verse 10 is a coin. There is a gift that shall not profit you, and there is a gift whose recompense is double.
Yep.
And if you go to the etymology line, it goes into poison. You know?
Because let me tell you what this nigga did, man. Diddy, you did a bad work, man. You promoted sin culture, and you promoted Roman and Grecian culture amongst the Hebrews, amongst the Israelites.
Hey, the point, just like old priest said, bad boy.
Yeah.
He's telling you what he's about. It really dawned on me when the priest said that. Bad boy.
And to this day, what type of men do so-called black women say they want?
Bad boy.
Yup, they say they want a degenerate, man, a deviant. Now, sir?
No, that's pretty much it.
Back in our homeland, righteousness was our north compass. So if you were a bad boy, you were called the son of Belial. You know? You called the son of Belial. When they talked about wicked men in the book of Judges, they basically said that he was like son of Belial. This is how you say it. You can correct me, you can Google it correctly. But a bad boy was like an anomaly in that environment, like a sodomite. Like a whore was an anomaly. That was a shame. All right, a sexy red, you stole her. A bad boy, you stole him. So Diddy, you did more than create club music. I know, you did more than create club music. People just have a good time. You promoted debauchery to our people.
Black culture.
You created black culture.
Black culture. And that's why you was rewarded as such.
Right. Why would the enemy reward you unless you're doing a bidding for your people? You're doing a bidding for him. All right.
That's for a bad boy. Deuteronomy 21:18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
So hey, them little niggas that be in class, they be acting their ass in class. Them little girls be giggling and shit. You be acting like a little rapper. A nigga like that supposed to get fucking stoned, man. But you got it.
Verse 19. Then should his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city.
And nigga, you always had sick eyes, man. First of all, you always wear shades. All right, but when you see his eyes, it's like, bro, it's dad. You know?
And unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice.
A bad boy.
He is a glutton and a drunkard, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
He said all the men of the city. That's how you got rid of liabilities. You know? All right?
It's like I can say in this society, that nigga would have been more of a, I guess you could say, like an elder, because they brought Usher to him.
Yeah.
You know, what you and Usher was doing up in there, man? What business you really got? You know what I'm saying? Where this young man gotta live with you all the months, man.
Well, Diddy said he exposed Usher to orgies. You know? And check this out. I believe Diddy turned out Usher because this big black bitch said Usher gave her herpes, right? And then he paid her off. But then a grown man said Usher gave him herpes. He paid him off. So, hey man, when that shit get done to you, a lot of times you go out and do it to somebody else. You turn them out, man.
All right, she was recently like on the podcast. I forgot that small head what his name is. But you could just tell he was just traumatized talking about Howard Stern. Yep. He was just traumatized talking about his childhood with Diddy.
Even Justin Bieber has, man.
And guess what he said? That he would never allow his kids to go there. That's what Usher said. A couple years back, he would never allow his kids to actually stay with Puff. And I got some for you for that he wears shades all the time. This is Matthew 6:22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye be single, your whole body shall be full of light.
Yeah, we got footage of you coming on a Fabulous. They had little talk shows and stuff. Fabulous would be on there. Scared to death, man. And the reason why he got to say with him, because everybody talks shit about him, right? But they admit if you was around him, you wouldn't talk shit about him. Because he has a certain presence about him. I can't really, you know what I mean? He's a gatekeeper, man. But then it's y'all niggas' fault.
That's it.
Because y'all niggas want riches, man. Get a fucking CDL and keep it moving.
Yeah. You put it one driving trucks, man.
Yeah, man. But y'all niggas want to be cute, famous, all this shit, man. All right.
Is there more to that? Okay.
So we're back in Deuteronomy 21:21. And all the men of his city should stone him with stones that he die. So should thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel should hear and fear.
So should I put evil away from among you. See, we had a cleansing culture. We had a cleansing culture. Even in the Passover and the Day of Atonement, those are cleansing systems. It's purity. It's a purification process. So it allows the nation to cleanse itself of Jacob's bullshit. All right. Same thing in our whole old country. Our laws we had systems within our laws that allow dead skin to get pushed out the body. All right. Dead cells to get pushed out the body, man. So a whore, a lazy nigga, a sodomite,
Using the Lord's name in vain.
idol worshippers using the Lord's name in vain. We had systems because the laws are systems, mechanisms.
That's it. And if you don't utilize that system, what happens? A cancer grows. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 300. When the family, the guy that sold out Leonidas, right? He's supposed to have been discarded based on how he looked. He was a form. But guess what happened? Look how that council basically came back and destroyed them. But it was for a greater good, because at the end of the day, that army was able to basically be exercised because of the death of the king. But still, you have to put out cancer when you first see it. That's why Yahushua is known as also physician, because he's going to remove cancer from the earth which are the Edomites.
Hey, and I can say that, like the elder said, that it's like it was a purification system that amongst our people, man. And it also was a warning, man. And that what would help clear their counsel, because when the people would gather and see a child, a man or woman being stoned to death, man, that had gave them a change of heart on particular behaviors, man.
That's right, because the seed has been planted.
Yeah.
It's an imprint.
Yeah. Could you imagine the impact that would be on America if, or the world, man, if they used the law, statutes, commandments, and the way John Bashim outside? If you had a crowd of people right now to watch a person get stoned to death, people finna move different, man.
Well, that's why Revelation just said the boats, the ships are standing afar off, watching that great horde. So the nations are going to watch that great horde get stoned to death, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why Jacob boys taking the hood, who they know a trigger man. You know, because they know this motherfucker was killed. So they got a different, they have a change of heart when it comes to trying to check that man or say something to that man. Because he has made an example out of people.
So that's why Esau, he pretty much propagated what Christianity, Roman Catholicism, all these wayward religions and philosophies, because it's not rooted in fear. You know, you got this so-called Christianity God, you can do anything you want to do. It's nothing in there that talks about, repentance or turning back. So that pushing out like a no fear behavior. So by this concept, that's why you see these people, especially these people within Christianity, they do anything they want to do because it's not governed or rooted in fear. You know,
They think that going to church on Sunday wipes their sins away. Don't work like that.
Come as you are, or do it's not work things of the sort. That's all. It's not rooted in fear.
And I'm sorry, bro.
So that gives them pretty much the license to do. Okay, I can do what I want to do. What? There ain't gonna be no repercussions for it.
Right.
You know, that's the mindset. Christianity, all these different wayward religions has created the mentality of it.
Yeah.
You got a little mind.
Okay. It's more. You got it.
Hey, this one back y'all up. Ezekiel 22. This is Ezekiel 22 and 18. And it says, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. So dross is like unwanted material. Or, it can be looked at as impurity. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem. As they gathered silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
There we go.
So like you was going into that purification process, like these different unwanted metals and stuff like that, that's really referencing to 2/3 of our people. It's not really the true worshipers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Ba'ashah. But these are the ones that want to do their own sacrifice. Instead of coming to their sacrifice within their great spirit to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know? Right.
This First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 1. This one started at 11. Looks like.
Start at 11 and 6 to I think 14.
This is the book of First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many.
And this is Diddy, man. I mean, he will represent that in this time. You know, enchanting Israel with their Grecian fucking culture.
One of those wicked kings coming back.
Of course, brothers 10, 12, 14 years old watching a Diddy video. He always at a beach party. It's always half naked women. He got high level producers. They got the hooks for the samples. Cause that nigga said we invented the remix. This nigga was known for taking nostalgic oldies and put them into his 90s songs. So that's how you enchant Israel. All right.
And what's that song he had with Mace and Biggie? That's how I found out about Northern Kid.
No problem.
I don't know.
Man.
Hey, and the one dedicated to Biggie. Oh, that morning. When is this? Yeah. I know. I see. Yeah, it's Diddy even says because it tests the niggas, man.
You had 112 on the hook.
Oh yeah. Hey, we love singers, man.
Yeah.
But hey, they on the left hand right now.
That's right.
Hey, 112 is kind of heavily, man.
Yeah.
Then they had that one high pitched Jake.
Q.
Was that Q? Man, Jake was getting
No,
down.
Slim. My bad, Slim.
Hey, Jake was getting down in the 90s. Hey, but
Hey, we give it chatted, man.
yeah, you gotta chat it, man. You see how heavy that shit is, man?
Back in First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. Start back at the top. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying,
Hey, you persuade many because you had a platform.
right.
Yeah.
Your music reached all of Israel.
Yeah.
That's persuading many.
And right now, if you check his TikTok, he has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
You check his gram, he probably had a lot of followers, man.
Yep.
Yo,
But what started this? Your music. Your music puts you at a level. And even these songs like, goddamn, looking out Pac and Puff again, shit, we can use this to further our agenda.
Hey, Esau, like I was going to, Esau, he's very, what's a good word for it? He's very like cultivated in the art of war. So he knows that our people, we're engaged into music, musicians.
Yeah.
When you think you read about King David,
Yeah.
he had singers.
Yeah.
You know, King Solomon had singers.
Or it was a time frame in the book of Chronicles. Bro, we was getting down so bad the Most High came out. So that shows you Jake like to ride around loud music.
yeah,
You know
Esau
what I'm
did,
saying?
so what the
Facts.
serpent did, he infiltrated that. He just did on the left hand of me.
That's it, bro.
Man. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Oh, contracts. Like you said, you a gatekeeper, man.
Yeah,
So you been plugged in with the heathen, man.
yeah.
You know?
And see what they says upon what's it all about. Puffy got too big for his britches. So what he did was he tried to sue the owners of Ciroc.
With the hand that feeds.
He bit the hand that fed him. So what happened was he found out in his contract he didn't have no equity in that business. So he tried to sue him for $100 million. So then on top of that, he threatened them. He said, well, you know what? If you don't pay me these 100 M's, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell the people that you're racist. And by default, he can persuade a lot of people and they're gonna start buying Ciroc. So what they did was 5 months later, because Esau plays chess, you have Castro come out. They didn't know this nigga was getting down like this.
Oh, yeah.
This nigga got a long track record, but he bit the hand that fed him. And think about this. If you got $1 billion from this so-called white man, think about how much money he's playing with. If he can give a low nigga like you $1 billion, how many billions he got to burn?
Yep.
So what happened was he tried to drop the lawsuit in January, and they said, no, fuck that. We finna fuck break you.
Yep, so Esau knows that, you know, these different Jake celebs, you know, they indulge those type of wicked acts just so they can sabotage you when you break character.
That's it.
You know, that's all they do.
That's it.
You know, when he had that one part where Kevin Hart recording this shit, you see they had this big ass Edomite that was following Puffy everywhere he go. He was keeping tabs on everything.
That was a weird video.
That's
Man,
what
that
they
shit was
do.
crazy, yeah.
But they had the tub with the candle lights and had the chick, her hair caught on fire.
Fucking with you.
And finish your scripture, bro, about your son.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
That's a Western nigga mindset. So Jake, I always say, look, we trying to make it out the hood. That's that narrative, man. I'm just trying to buy my mama a crib. They all came from that humble beginning, man.
That's right.
But that's the narrative to cross over to that Grecian freaky lifestyle, man.
Yeah. And truth be told, who groomed Puffy? It was Clyde Davis.
Yep.
It was Clyde Davis that groomed Puff along with Andre Harrell.
And how many groups did Diddy have that came and went? And how many people did Diddy have that either went to prison or went back to the Most High?
Man,
A lot.
a lot.
Because a lot of niggas that dealt with Diddy, they end up going extremely religious.
Right. Loon.
Loon,
And Mace. Mace was in, he was so fucked up, he was in and out.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
First he was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
Yep.
He was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
Well, Shine went to politics. Well, he tried to be the president of Haiti or something.
He's out there in Belize.
Yep. That nigga went Jewish though before then.
Yeah.
So-called, well, he went big nose. You know what I mean? He went over there and did the sideburn thing.
Put the small hat on.
Put the small hat on, man.
Literally.
Literally.
You look up the word boule, it goes into deliberative council in ancient Greece. It probably derived from an advisory body of nobles, as reflected in the Homeric poems. So that was the ancient Greek council, those known as the gatekeepers in today's time.
So like your Jay-Z's and Puff. So now Puff has been removed. So now who's the face of the industry? It's Jay. Industry goes into to spread. What are you spreading? The agenda of Esau. When you look that term up according to the etymology. So who's the gatekeeper of basketball? Is LeBron.
Yeah.
And now Drake will probably pass Puff and be next to Jay. That's how it works. And Esau lets you know, if you mess up, I'm gonna spank your hand. Remember, Puffy got a warning back in the day. Remember with the Shine situation?
Yeah.
They slapped him on the hand, right? They rescued him from there. He obeyed, but then he started talking about his black excellency because he became a so-called billionaire. Then Esau let you know still, my face is on the fucking money.
You're not the distributor of nothing.
Exactly.
They did that with Cosby, R. Kelly. Hey, what's my man? Otis Redding.
Yeah.
They did that with Otis because he bought his publishing. I think he was helping Jake own their masters.
That's right.
And the whole thing was like own your masters.
That's right.
My story is blurred now. But it was all about ownership in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So all these different Israelites that were entertainers that wanted to get into a position of power and distribution and ownership, either they got off, all right, or they got publicly humiliated, which was basically a modern buck breaking. Somebody's calling you a weirdo, and it's on every fucking major platform. All right, this modern buck breaking, man.
That's right. So going to the boule, it says, these are the least known, which says right here, in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in importance. In the black community in America, they are extremely high.
Wait a minute. Read that again, bro.
Yep, it says in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in
Meaning
importance.
within the agenda of Esau.
The realm of Esau.
In the realm of Esau, the world of Esau, they have no significance. They're nothing but puppets. But what they say?
Yep, and it says in the black community in America, they are extremely high, and most black people have never even heard of them.
And this is where you get these fraternities from. They're sororities, right? Because this is how you are introduced into the so-called boule. Just like out there in Philadelphia, they're not saying bull, they're saying bull. Talking about boule. That's short for boule, bro.
It says they are the gatekeepers of the black community. And if you do not understand them, you will have many false beliefs and attitudes of black America, our struggle, civil rights, and many other subjects that will not be corrected. So going into the gatekeepers, linking up with scripture, this is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language.
Right, because gate's supposed to be a reflection of your leadership. Right? Now, our leadership are the apostles of Great Millstone, trickling down to the bishops, trickling down to the regional directors, trickling down to our heads. That's how we have things established in the spirit. But with them, it's the boule. You know, when we're talking about like fucking it, and then you have wicked Israelite pastors as well.
That's why you, to the point, that's why college campus is basically a hazing ground
Shit.
for Freemasonry.
That's
Man.
it. That's it.
Those different fraternities.
That's it.
That's why the fraternities and sororities are held in such high regard. Like in Jackson State, you can't sit on fraternities benches.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
which is just no coincidence that the college life is very similar to a Diddy's rap video.
That's it. That's
Parties,
it.
you got orgies.
That's it.
All right, the debauchery. All right, well, that's fucking black culture.
Idol worship.
I thought you went to college to get educated.
Right.
Then they show their reverence by getting them brands, man. Get it burned into their skin.
Burn to their fucking skin, man. All right.
Yep, so it said, Judah mourned and the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground, and the crown of Jerusalem is going up.
Hey, the gates is the leadership.
That's right.
Your leadership sucks, basically. All right, because when you know you have no fucking leadership, all right, look how bad it is in every city. All right, your leaders are really the gatekeepers, man. Your leaders are really your gatekeepers, and they're supposed to filter out what comes to our people.
That's right.
So your leaders should say, "No, we're not having that type of music for the sons of the Most High.
Right.
For the nation of Israel, we're not playing that type of music. We're not having no pork, catfish, and shrimp imported to our people while we in this fucking captivity. All right, we're not gonna promote adultery and debauchery. All right, your leaders are talking about some political bullshit that has nothing to do with the welfare of Israelites, man.
It's Isaiah 9:16 in NLT. For the leaders of the people have misled them.
Right, because they tell you it's all about the money. You know, attain the American dream and so on and so forth. But look what you got to do to get the money, man. Right?
They be pushing out about generational wealth, you know?
Right, and it's no such thing as generational wealth for an Israelite. Because when you go into that term generational wealth, it literally means race happiness. And the only person that can give us that is Yahweh through Yahweh Shah. Once we're restored back to where we rightfully belong, man.
Nigga, we can't go past our daddy. Well, you fortunate if you know your granddaddy.
Right.
It's about generational wealth. Your baby mama can ruin all that. Your baby mama got the ability to ruin all that generational wealth shit, man. One little growl, man.
Jake, you got generational dick.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit just passed down.
Generational curses, man.
Curses like
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yep, so for the leaders of the people have misled them, they have led them down the path of
Hey,
destruction.
look at Puff back in the day. He was campaigning for Obama to be president. So, hey, he single-handedly had Jake fucking voting for Obama.
Oh, well, vote or die.
Vote or die.
Bro,
Vote or die.
that was throwback.
Yes.
Nostalgic, man.
Yes.
Vote or die.
This is how great this nigga was on the left-hand side. He had motherfuckers voting for Barack Obama. Look what he did to Ciroc alone. He had Jake drinking. So Jake wasn't talking about no Ciroc. Nigga, I was drinking. Bro, I was drinking Ciroc when they had the gray label on before Puff. When I found out Puff was doing that shit, I fell back. You see what I'm saying?
Might
But
get an STD or
yeah.
something.
Take that.
So that's heavy enchantments upon Jake. Because it started off with Trapper died.
Yep.
And a couple years later, so Boulder died.
Yeah.
It's still being tied into this system of Esau Edom.
That's how you know that the musicians are the leaders. Because we don't have any real leaders here. The only leaders are the archetypes that Esau pays. The Lil Waynes, the Diddy's. Whoever has the influence, that's the leader.
That's right.
And that should be
Sports
like
figures.
that should like be a light bulb to our people. You know, like we the only people don't have, well, do have so-called musicians that represent us into these so-called political leadership roles. Not any other nation has that. You know, you have these so-called entertainers that represent us. But as far as like these other nations, they actually have real so-called political leaders.
Right.
When it comes to our people, we got niggas like Lil Wayne speaking for us.
Yeah.
Degenerates like that. You know?
The niggas like that are withering away. See, leaders promote longevity. The laws promote longevity. You niggas seduce the nation of Israel by promoting instant gratification. Nigger culture promotes instant gratification, but if a nigga don't die in his 20s, he's withered the fuck away by the time he's 40. All right?
Got you, bro.
All right.
Ecclesiasticus 13 and 24. Riches are good unto him that has no sin.
Yep.
And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. And look what Puff had to do in order to get $1 billion. Look at the sacrifices he had to make to receive $1 billion, such as Jay-Z. So the scripture states that riches are good unto him that has no sin. There's nothing wrong with having riches, but it's all about how you had to get the riches. Look at the state of Chris Brown.
Yeah.
All them fucking tattoos on his body, on his head, you know, on his forehead, and so on and so forth. Look what they had to do in order to get it. They had to lose their soul, meaning what? They had to compromise their morals, their integrity for that mighty dog.
Hey, that nigga Robert Johnson, who was the owner of BET, and he sold it out to I think Viacom or Viacom. And look how degenerate, you know, BET is nowadays.
Yeah.
And battle rap, same thing happened to battle rap. They sold it, I want to say, to Viacom too. And look how demonic that motherfucker is.
You got implants in there.
That's it.
You got alphabet gang implants. You know?
I got one for you, bro.
All right.
It's going into, how, you know, brothers, y'all going into like Buffy and how him being the gatekeeper and he pushing all this on our people, man. This is John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
You are of your father the devil. So Esau has enchanted you with his spirit.
Right.
He has enchanted you with a Cain spirit when really you're the sons of Abel. Really you're Abel, you know? But he enchanted you with that Cain, Idumean, Grecian, cutthroat, Machiavellian spirit, man. The average nigga got a Machiavellian spirit, man.
And what's so heavy about that? Our people surpass the needs of the wicked now. You know, when they do something, they're gonna do something all the way. Either it's on the left hand side or the right hand side.
That's true because you see an Edomite, a couple Edomites, you don't think nothing of it. Oh, just an Edomite. You know, you get a group of niggas around each other, you don't know what's gonna happen. Especially with your family, with your woman. I mean, what time they on, man? A nigga is a dog, man. When you see a straight dog, you don't know if he's gonna keep going his direction or is he gonna charge towards you. You know what I'm saying? Unpredictable, man.
He was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in the truth.
Cain was a murderer from the beginning. All right, because he envied his brother Abel.
Right.
And so this low natured nigga, this low natured creature called Cain, all right, he's enchanted you, man. Because what does Cain or Esau envy about his brother Abel or Jacob? He envied that blessing, and he envied that, and according to Wisdom of Solomon 2, he envies that righteous spirit he has.
That's right.
He envies that discipline.
But what the scripture says, because Jacob was an upright man,
Yeah.
plain man.
Yep.
You know? And that goes into a person that has morals. You know?
Yep. And best believe Esau is making an effort to bewitch you out of that blessing. Because he wants that birthright back.
And this is where Puffy and Jay-Z come in. Kevin Gates comes in. Sexy Red comes in. King Ball. Fucking serial killer.
And they getting the wild of this speak, but they get dudes is more and more street.
Yeah.
They intent Jake, man. All right.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Look how he did Abel. You know, when the prophet inquired about Abel, am I my brother's keeper?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he said. He's a liar. Meanwhile, you murdered him. You got Abel in the spiritual realm reporting to the Most High what the fuck you done on earth.
Right.
But when the prophet asks you what's going on, I don't know. I ain't seen it. Am I my brother's keeper? And that's how you get down, man.
And just back up LZ's point, how you said like they getting like more street niggas, even more streeter, you know, that's the word. Because look at drill rap. You had like a generation like King Bonds, and after that generation you had the little niggas like Lil Jeff. Like he had even so-called allegedly more bodies than King Bonds. Right. Like it kept just getting more degenerate. You know?
And the degeneracy is more celebrated based upon its degeneracy. So if you got a one-up on the last nigga, that's more fame. So he got more bodies than King Bud.
Yeah.
I ain't even heard of Lil Jeff.
Yeah, Lil Jeff, man, like, look, bro, I did a video on that nigga, man. Like, his mom knew how he conducted himself in the streets. She was ruining them all. He killed 2 kids coming out of school for lunchtime. But blew him down, he had at least 10 to 13 bodies.
Damn.
Lil Jeff.
He got murked recently.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
Call Halal like, how about you outside, man? Hey, you niggas are a vexation, man.
Right.
Hey, when Jake started down by the thousands, I'm gonna have a burden lifted off my spirit. I'm gonna feel it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, this is Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you your way to seek love?
Yeah, Diddy, man.
That's right.
Because we got the laws. The laws are our way. Nigga, you trim your Hebrew ways to seek love from the Grecians so you can have some type of cushion
Right.
in the society, man.
And then the scripture, just to back up to the point, also explains it. Just furthermore intel, for Trimmis in Strong's H 3190, pronounced as Yatai. And some of the strong definitions, he did it to be made well, to be happy, to be successful, to be accepted, to benefit, to be cheerful,
Yep.
to be content.
And that's why your consolation has been received. Because you go to the lengths of doing anything that's out of bounds according to the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shah. This is so-called seek pleasure within this society. You know?
To be to find favor, to be merry, to please.
And that's only within the realm of this world. That's not in another kingdom.
Right.
That's only within the confinements of Esau Edom's rulership.
And this is a sellout scripture. If you trim your way, you done sold the fuck out.
Right. That's why when they go to these particular record labels and stuff, you know, it was Edomite talking about how they would do, like, you know, a rapper coming up and like, you know, yeah, I want to rap about, you know, how I can bring people together. No, they be like, nah, we really don't want that. You know, or, you know, I want to rap about how, you know, eating healthier is going to be good for people. No, we don't think that's going to sell, you know, shit like that. Well, let's do a rap song about, you know, killing people and selling drugs and, you know, women half nigga. You think that'll sell? You know, okay, let's do that. You know, that's how they do it. That's Jake Seal trimming their way because they want it so bad. But instead of standing on integrity and be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna try to do it myself. They gonna go ahead and be like, you know, all right, I'll rap about killing my own people.
They're rationalizing by saying, I start out rapping about the bullshit, then transition into the positive shit. It don't work, man.
Too late. And that's what Jay said back in the day. He said, I dumbed down my music. What you criticize for me, but y'all your holler. So when he dumbed it down, the whole world was saying holler. But what they do, so you have, in order to put out a CD, you have to pass it through the record execs. Billionaire Black said he was gonna stop doing drill music. He received a phone call and they told him, no, you can't stop. So in order to maintain the money, maintain your livelihood, you gotta continue to put out deaf music.
They encouraging him to do more.
And the way you know it ain't about selling records, that would apply to the other nations. Where's their drill music?
Right. And then mainly, Esau controls the machine. All you gotta do is put conscious music out there, like you put that bullshit on the radio, and keep playing it over and over and over, and everybody will be conditioned and start listening to that.
Hey man, you remember like, well, I wasn't there, but the 80s, right? 80s and the 70s.
So one day,
Yeah. I was on a bicycle or something. But yeah, but when they played music right in the clubs in the 80s, right? They'd be like, they'd be like that 80s folk rap. You know what the hell they talking about? Man, everybody in the club, with the African shiny clothes and shit, the disco balls. It was a hit record though. Yeah, a hip to the hip. There we go. A hip to the hop to the hip. But everybody in the club, like shit. So what does that tell you? You don't have to be on some negative, dark shit to sell a record, man.
That's right.
Like you said, the machine gonna push it
the
out.
machine pushing.
Yeah. All right.
See, Soul Train was playing music that actually was good music, man, that people actually listened to, that was being promoted.
And look at house parties, boy. Priest Lamar, Shaquat, Elder Kazak, house party. Look at the type of music. You felt good just even watching that old ass movie.
Especially that dance song.
The way they were dancing in the house.
That was like very wholesome, man.
You didn't have to worry about goddamn it not making it home when you went to a house party back during that time.
And when it come on, what we playing? Luther Vandross?
Oh yeah.
Even if you go to a bar, right? Even if you go to a bar and they play Gout Band, my man just went back to the spirit world. Frankie Beverly? Yeah, but they played the Frankie Beverly in the maze in a fucking bar. Hey man, Jake be in the whole street, be cool with the person. You don't even know the person next to you. Yeah, you and the Edomite, Edomite offer to buy you a drink. And they call you brother, like fuck yeah, you buy me a drink, man. But hey, music is power. Music is power. But it can be positive or negative. All right.
Just a little more, bro.
It's a lot, bro.
Hey, back in Jeremiah 2:33, now you're good. Also, talk. Let me just read it. Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you your way to seek love? Therefore have you also taught the wicked ones your way.
Why trim us out our way to seek love? Hey, but about to shock you. Go back to 1 Maccabees 11 and go to 14.
And can I make a point
Just
more?
go, bro.
And Puffy, he had over what, 1,000 something baby oil bottles and hundreds of dildos. You have taught the wicked ones your ways, man.
I think Esau did some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
he's
And
a
Puffy, you never know.
I know nigga had it.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
You never
Man, when I
know.
seen that picture, man, they went into their time line that shit up, man. That shit look like a story, man.
But they got brother at the end of the day.
Yeah, but hey, but
That
Jake,
nigga is wicked.
yeah,
Wicked, yeah.
nevertheless, Jake was a freaky ass creature.
And Puffy said
Super
that's
freak.
what.
Yeah, because look, that's what Jake was doing. That part might have been a stretch, but that dude was a freaky ass creature. Because the Hebrew Jakes in the back in the old country, they got turned out.
Remember Jaguar White?
Yeah.
She had brought out that I guess he used to leave the door open within the office, and he just seemed like there's no type of power you can make a grown man go down on you. He got so proudful of doing it. The people be walking by, he would leave the door wide open. You know, instead of like closing it to privacy.
And so the entertainer lawyer asked him, why you just won't lock the door? He said, it's nothing more powerful than making a man do that. And guess the man was, allegedly, not him that time, but it was Christopher Williams, the light-skinned dude that was on New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? It was him.
Hey, cause you know what? Cause hey, well we'll get there too. Because one of the vices that was mentioned in First Ezra 4 was it gold? One of the vices in First Ezra 4 was gold. It was the king. It was gold. It was women. The king, gold, and wine. And wine. So yeah, but gold is the reason why them niggas get exposed to money. They go broke after a couple of years. They want their high back. They want a high that only money can get them. And then they got their bitch. They got their woman at the house. He done gave her a lifestyle. They got kids. This nigga broke, or they going broke. His wife, either he want it, or his wife feeding him for it, or both. So this nigga gonna do what he think he gotta do to get that lifestyle back.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You just broke down Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said that when Kevin Hart came in his height, his son started questioning him, and he got back in there.
Man, when Dave Chappelle first came back out, he was on the cover of GQ magazine. Something wasn't right in there.
Yeah.
That wasn't deep, man. That wasn't Dave.
No, I don't think that's him.
I'm just saying, like, I believe like that was like that's him physically. When you look him in the eyes, that's a different man. Yeah, eyes tell everything. All right.
This Ecclesiasticus 31:5. He that loveth gold should not be justified. He that followeth corruption should have enough thereof. Gold have been the ruin of many.
Gold have been a ruin of many. That's why niggas are suck dick. All right, for a record deal or just to stay in that strata. Jake want to stay in that strata, man. See, Jake want to go back to Elysium. You ever see the movie Elysium? Yeah, I believe so. You watched the movie Elysium. It was a bunch of elites outside of Earth's orbit. And it was in paradise. Meanwhile, Jake was a slave on Earth. So Jake, man, they got a taste of that paradise. They'll do anything against their morals to go back to that paradise. They want basically to be a part of Esau's heaven. All right, get yours real quick, bro.
Now, I was just gonna say in First Ezra 4, riches isn't mentioned, but basically, it mentions wine, the king, women, and truth. I was thinking about it, just to tie into what you're saying though. Although it's not riches, basically Jake want that king status.
Cause I might be stretching it with the water for the correction, but like that wine is kind of like you can tie it into that. But true enough, wine itself is a spirit. But there's another scripture that tells you how gold is the ruin of many. So Salat. All right. Go ahead, brother.
In the NLT, you had one of them? Okay, Salat.
Here's how it is. It said, gold have been the ruin of many, and the destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it.
That's how you know riches can be a drug in the wrong hands. You got that movie called All the King's Horses. No, All the King's Men. This man and this woman moved into her father's mansion. He was out there overseas. He was a billionaire. He owned like an oil company. The woman's husband went from being like an honest, hard-working carpenter or something in that field to being under his father-in-law's estate. And he went from being like a poor layman So basically, the son-in-law of a billionaire. Just like they was a drug addict. Just like that. Have you seen that movie? Because all the King's horse, all the King's men. All right, you got it, bro.
It says, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool should be taken therewith. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold.
Yeah, man.
That's from a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
With these riches, you know what I'm saying, you can equate that to what? It's true. And hence Revelation 2 and 9.
That's right. I was thinking.
You know?
Just a quick definition, y'all was mentioning about music. This is for subliminal messaging. And it says, music has been manipulated to embed subliminal messages that control our thoughts and behaviors. These covert messages are often hidden in the lyrics or even within certain musical tones and frequencies.
Meaning what? It goes into your subconscious. So later on, you're actually doing it. You don't know why, but the stem came from you listening to Tupac or Sexy Red.
You could be like, you hear a song, you know, you say first and then you don't like it, but later on you actually quote the song lyrics.
Yeah.
You know. It says,
That'd be worse.
yeah. It said by playing these songs on repeat, the government or other powerful entities can subtly manipulate our emotions, opinions, and actions.
And that's conditioning. That's why Yahweh Shah, from a spiritual sense, attempted, well, no, not he attempted, but he actually utilized spiritual behavior modification on Peter.
Social engineering.
Social engineering. What he say to him? If you love me, feed my sheep. Feed my sheep.
Hey,
Feed
buddy.
my sheep.
Oh, wow.
It was on repeat.
I thought you were filming.
It was on repeat. No, you.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Because, you know, at the end of the day, man, all these Israelites who getting this fame, getting this money, so-called riches, man, you know, they don't understand that there's a expiration date to all this shit.
Right.
And they should be focusing on the words Yahweh should be outside and the message that's being brought forth by the prophets.
And if I can add, priests, and they know, because I think Jay said back in the day, I'm going to live and die with the decision I'm going to pick.
Hey,
He said he's going to stand on it.
what that other nigga say? When I go to hell, Lord knows I'm a fry.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, hey, but you niggas are, but you know, nigga culture is the instant gratification culture.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's full of YOLO, which is a Cain decision.
Yeah.
That's the Edomite decision. As well as Edomite was like, man, what does this birthright benefit me right now? I'm hungry as shit right now.
Well, he's presumptuous.
Yeah.
Go to that word.
Self-will.
It was self-will.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the power that they're dealing with, man. They don't understand how that judgment can be
And no
stretched
pictures,
out
man.
and taken to a whole nother
Get no
level.
pictures, bro.
It's not a zoo, brother.
You got a lot of stuff you take pictures of, man. No, we're
Okay,
not
we'll
of
take
us.
pictures. Yeah, not us.
We're not of us. It's just out of respect, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you got a whole bunch of stuff you can take pictures of, man.
And I'm taking pictures of everything else.
So, but we're asking you not to take the picture. Keep it moving.
Would you feel comfortable we just come up to you and just take pictures?
You with
of
your
face?
lady and we take pictures.
Okay, but we asked.
You guys are talking in the street. I'm in the street. It's a public street.
Well, use your ears and not your camera, man. Listen. Don't go around taking pictures of us, man.
I'm taking pictures of everything.
We're not a thing. We're grown men over here, man. Right?
You look like somebody.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Riches won't help on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. And I'm reading this in the NLT. Because, you know, Buffy, man, and those like him, you know, these niggas are wicked, man. They living completely doing sinful acts, man. You know, and that's gonna uplift what? Like the scriptures say, the wages of sin is death. So they're on their way to a horrible judgment out where y'all about to be outshot, man. Him getting hemmed up by the feds, going to this persecution or process of being charged. That's nothing, man. That's nothing, man. The Lord said, "Fear not him who can kill the body, but who can kill the body and soul into hell, man." So your house shot, man, got a special judgment for you type of niggas, man.
And understand something, Esau plays Tetris with you niggas. You know, he build you up just so he can knock your ass all the way down.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a hard fall, man. Because you had the best of the best as a so-called billionaire. And now you down there at rock bottom, man. You know, it pays to do right.
Still nigga.
Yeah,
Still a nigga.
he'll never get that status back again.
No, he done.
He
done.
through. His name is tarnished.
Yeah, it's tarnished.
Shitted on.
Yep.
Verse 5, the godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. And all that sin, that shit done, like brother said, it done piled up on top of them, man. You know, and the Lord has brought judgment on them for him to get caught up in that shit now. Esau has took all your disrespect, trying to, what you call it when you trying to deboy a motherfucker, what's the right word for it? Extort them, you know. So now the Lord is using this devil to take you to a small judgment, man. That's ultimately going to lead to a bigger judgment, man.
Yeah. And all the idols of America's being broke. I think I'm gonna do a video on Dane Dash. Hell, he was talking, his fucking teeth came out. You know, so the Most High's confounding all you niggas, man, for selling out. The fuck you lose your teeth online. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rides on a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Oh, Diddy is an idol of Egypt. And he's being moved at the presence.
That's right.
Going back to Exodus 12, Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah was telling Mashah, hey, I'm gonna visit the gods of Egypt.
That's right.
So Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah is visiting the gods of Egypt.
That's right, bro. That's right. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yep.
That's going to nuclear fire. That's right.
Back you up, Micah 1:7. And all the graven images thereof should be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire.
And now you're figuratively being beat to pieces.
That's right.
Your reputation is being beat
that's
to
right.
pieces.
Yeah.
You know?
Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Puff. Who else? This is a whole lot more.
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight went down.
Yep. You know?
And they saying Jay-Z is next. And they talk about how Drake has participated in pedophilia behavior.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick Lamar was like, he was basically calling him a pedophile.
That's right.
And he hit that little punchline. He said, I know this gonna strike a chord. I hope it's not A minor.
A minor.
Yeah. Because the insiders know.
Yeah.
A minor.
And they all do this.
Yeah.
They all do this, including him.
And because the album cover you had on the album Damn, Kendrick Lamar, the picture he had, you can look at the album cover, it's something about that shit. It's like you just got to be doing something, you ashamed of it. That's why you called it Damn. It's not speculation. You know? You got to be doing something, man. Look at that picture. That's all the name of the album cover is Damn. All right.
It says, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire, and all the idols thereof while laid desolate, for she gathered it of the hire of an harlot, and it shall return to the hire of an harlot.
High-ranking Boule members, man, you're going down, man. The Most High is exposing you all. He's letting you know the ins and outs of the industry. And we've been saying this shit for years. You know, you have to sacrifice something. You have to do certain rituals in order to maintain your position and even to get higher.
You have to do it constantly.
And you have to do it constantly.
And that was, go ahead.
And they showed you that on King Arthur. King Arthur with Jude Law. Basically, how he made that sacrifice. Who was the first sacrifice? No, it was his wife. And then basically he came up, but then that demon came back. He brought him back in that dungeon. He was like, look, another sacrifice is required, and he had to give up his daughter.
And what's the other show on Netflix? The South African show?
Oh, man.
King Joburg.
Yeah, King of Joburg.
Johannesburg.
Yep.
That show how you gotta tap in on the left hand side in order to level up. So-called level up.
And these drug dealers, these are your street niggas that know about it.
So the higher up has been doing it, man.
Exactly.
And like I said, I believe that abortion clinic, they're just a temple of Molech, man.
That's it.
You can constantly do sacrifices. Because they had this one movie where this doctor, when he would do, this girl would get pregnant, and the doctor would put her to sleep and take the baby out and basically sacrifice the baby to her ignorance. But that's how he kept his money. You know, he was giving women low-key abortions and they didn't even know it. When he was sacrificing the fetus to a demon. You know?
a movie or something?
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah. They put it in the movies, man.
Yeah, that was it.
Like all these Edomites, like that's like a low-key thing, man. All these Edomites stay in these really nice neighborhoods. It's like, what do they do? A lot of them do rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do rituals,
I was
man.
talking to this guy in the gym. He's in a high tax bracket. He said in Mississippi, he don't been to the parties. He said he has done some stuff in the parties. Now, like I told him, me and the Taza woman, if y'all doing this in Mississippi, imagine so-called celebrities.
In Miami.
In Miami,
LA,
Hollywood, in LA.
Yeah.
You know?
Overseas.
On these fucking yachts.
They call them like socialites.
Yeah.
They call them. Like this is another thing, y'all. This is Micah 5 and 13. Yeah, Micah 5 and 13. I'm sorry, verse 12. It says, I'm sorry, verse 11. Micah 5 and 11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no
Our
more.
music is fucking witchcraft.
Pure witchcraft.
It's pure witchcraft. Like, what did they say? How they was gonna make hip hop the new rock and roll. Think about rock and roll back in the 70s and the 80s and early 90s. That demonic presence it had. Now look at hip hop now. Everybody's on demon time. Everybody got skulls on their shirts,
Face tat.
face tats, and so on and so forth.
Oh, they're gothic now.
Yeah, and they're gothic.
Niggas are gothic
That's
now.
right. So Esau has transitioned hip hop, so like it, rock and roll to hip hop.
Because the nigga Edomites, they had heavy metal. That was that dark shit. The niggas got drill music. And they got these niggas wearing gothic shit, black nails and shit,
That's
man.
right.
Because you want to bring that Satanism directly to hip hop. First it was kind of indirect and subtle with the symbols, but now you're bringing that shit directly to hip hop.
Playboy Cardi got a Baphomet on him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
It says, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
Hey, somebody get that scripture to turn you to the stronghold. There's an aftermath to all this shit. The Most High, he's giving you mercy. He's showing you this rap culture is bullshit. All right, but there's a solution to this bullshit. All right, and it's black and white. There's no gray areas, man. You're either gonna have the mindset and the behavior of a 2/3 or a 1/3, man. So he's showing you these niggas ain't nothing to be worshipped. The niggas that you love today, they get blown the fuck away tomorrow. Because he don't want you following them. He don't want you following these niggas. These niggas ain't your Messiah. Musa ain't your Messiah. Diddy ain't your Messiah. Drake ain't your Messiah. You niggas know their verses more than your Howard Shire's verses.
Right.
Am I right or wrong? You can quote these niggas' verses more than you can quote the verses in the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Quote the book of John.
It's your book.
It's for you, nigga. But you'll say something like, man, you'll say something negative about Cassidy 20 years ago, a nigga, you know, you say something about Boosie black ass in the wrong place, man.
Right.
Pac fake ass out of LA, say something about that nigga in LA.
Take your life. But here in Jackson.
Yeah, or in Jackson to a Generation X.
Yeah.
Generation X, man, you said something about Pac, man. You never met that nigga.
Right.
All right?
Who was a well-known CIA officer.
Yeah, man.
This is Zephaniah, Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold.
That's the solution. What's the stronghold, brother? The truth. It's the truth. The truth. Turn ye to the stronghold, man. Fuck all that nigga culture shit.
Yeah, when you turn to the stronghold, you're spiritually possessed now.
Yep. That's right, because look, you have to heal. It's the reason why we've been in the truth 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's a healing process. You've seen the Matrix. Neo had to go through a healing process. In order to heal, you gotta be withdrawn. You have to be withdrawn. So fuck them clubs. Fuck Tamika. You gotta hear from Tamika. You gotta hear from Keisha. You gotta hear from demons, man. Like that street culture demon, man. Niggas do dumb shit because in their mind, they feel like, how would the streets judge me?
Right.
You know how they had them bracelets, what would Jesus do?
right.
Now it's like, how would the streets look at me if I did this?
That's it.
You gotta hear from that shit. How would a woman look at me if I did this shit? If I cut my hair, if I cut my dreads, how would Eve look at me? You gotta hear from that shit. You gotta hear from that bullshit in high school. All that shit, man. All right?
Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope.
We're prisoners of hope. All we have is hope, man. All right? A nigga doing a show in your city this month, nigga get shot next month. Never fails. You know, all them dark-skinned niggas that did a show out at the Coliseum a couple years ago, all them dark-skinned rappers, half of them dead, man. All right?
Even
dark-skinned niggas together, man, niggas get shot.
Even to the day I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Yep.
When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim.
The reason why we look lame, and some of us might dress in a way or have our hair in a way that doesn't look appealing, we've been detached from the Matrix. When you watch the movie The Matrix in the ship Nebuchadnezzar, they look like plain men because they will withdraw from the Matrix. So we don't have that celebrity appeal on us, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
With Ephraim and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Because the enchantment is blinding you from the fact that we're being poisoned by Esau, Edom. We're being destroyed. But the Most High is raising up an army. That's why he's going into bending the bow of Judah. All right, because the 1/3 of Judah and Ephraim, of the kingdom of Judah and Ephraim, they're going to be a weapon towards Esau, Edom. But nigga, how you going to be a weapon if you never turn to the stronghold? How you going to be a tool or instrument for Yahweh Basham Shai if you're still in the sucking place? Why do you think the Most High put the movie on men like Jordan Peele to do a movie called Get Out? And the main character is a so-called black man in white folks' house. So-called white folks. Do you really think it was about a so-called black man in so-called white folks' house? No, it's about the nation of Israel and the house of Edom.
Right. The house was the fucking system.
It was a system.
The house was the system.
And you're under the enchantment, the sorceries, man. All right?
And made thee.
And the people running the house were what? The higher ups.
Higher up, man.
And the second place is America. That's why I call it the valley of the shadow of death. That valley is at low land. You know?
It was all about using G.
And it was
They wanted body parts.
Yep. Organ harvesting.
Yeah.
And the second place is a state of mind. So I'm not speaking as a man, because Jacob.
According to wrong, you're right.
Isaiah 52, shake thyself in that dust.
And hold that too, bro, because I know I'll be talking, but hey, Christianity, rap culture, feminism, gang culture, those are your chore. Niggas be 40 years old, 50 years old, so some gang banging shit.
Right.
Bro, this bigger than wearing garments, bro. You gotta heal from the inside.
That's right.
And you gotta go months of being in the apartment by yourself. Like your partner, when you wake up into this truth, you gotta go in what they call monk mode, man. Monk mode is when you unplug from the internet, you unplug from all type of distractions. If you got a woman for a particular period of time, you might have to have a woman for 6 months. That's monk mode. When you got no porn, no sex, no distractions, no alcohol, no sugar, that's being healed from the matrix. So you might go like that for 6 months. But now the new creature's being born, man. A lot of niggas ain't fully reborn. You still got that old shit in you because you never went through that phase of that neo phase.
And for that creature such as the house shall be formed in you, that vessel has to be clean.
It has to be clean,
The
man.
vessel has to be clean.
That's why you got niggas talking about they Hebrew Crips.
Right.
They were never really baptized, man.
Really the hell king.
That's right, man. We don't think that's cute no more, man. So like I said, man, you gotta hear from layers and layers of enchantment. It wasn't until I graduated high school till I realized how much I was affected by that shit I grew up in. I mean, this shit really affect you.
Right.
Either you was a big dog or an underdog. Either way, it affected you, man. Your mindset, your mentality, you know, your confidence, man. If you want to call it school, you know,
And if it didn't affect you, why does Esau put you there?
12 years.
Why does he put you there? Why does he keep you there?
Well, and especially to an Israelite boy, this shit feel like a prison. Feel like a fucking prison,
I
man.
hated school.
Yeah, me too, man.
I hated them hard ass green seats.
Yeah. Right.
And make thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Yeah, we're gonna get our lick back in the spirit, man. No guns, man. All right.
I got a cookie for you. John 15:19. If you were of the world would love his own.
Yeah, we gotta sense that world doesn't recognize.
Right.
And there's a video footage of a toad. You know how them toads make sounds in the water? You know what they be doing? Sending out vibrations. They in the water making that sound, but the water make waves.
That vibration off the water, like the ripple effect.
The ripple effect. It's sending the vibration through the water. But like attract like. Your vibe match my vibe, so we can link up in the spirit.
Right.
The vibration that we pushing out is out of sync with the vibration of the world. So they don't recognize us as their own.
That's right.
You know?
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
The world hates us, and hate can just mean ignores.
That's right.
Like that queer nigga, that on the passenger seat,
Yeah.
talking shit, you know. But if this was a cipher, he'll be all ears, you know. You know, hey, if we were of the world would love us, man. But that's a token that you on point. Like a token that you eat healthy, and Jay called what you eat rabbit food.
Yeah. Saying you starving yourself.
Yeah, you starving yourself, man. So there's always a token, man. Or if a woman, if Keisha call you boring, that's a token you might be on point.
That's right.
If Keisha, if Eve be like, I'm bored, or you bored, or you don't do shit, you don't go out. Yeah, yes, we go on point, man.
That's a compliment.
If Keisha, if you don't get like Keisha into you like that, you might want to examine yourself whether you be in the faith, man. You know?
You got a J co-worker, you know, he talking about adultery. You don't engage into that convo.
Yep.
And he look at you funny and
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
Those are spiritual tokens, like the elder said. Hey, this is Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
What's our beautiful garments? It's true. See, we was wearing Grecian garments, man. We was wearing Roman garments, Babylonian garments, man. All right?
In Revelation 16:15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches and keep his garments.
Hey, stay in the faith.
That's right, bro.
See, we gotta keep our garments. See, the Most High gave us the truth, but He's trying us.
That's right.
That's why Peter refers to it as the trial of your temptation. I'm sorry, the trial of your faith. So He gave us the knowledge. Now we gotta fight to keep it.
That's right.
You know?
Least he walk naked and they see his shame.
At least he walked naked and they see his shame, man. See, in the time of Jacob's trouble and ultimately the visitation of Yahweh Shai, all right, you're going to see if you kept your garment. All right? Yahweh Shai is going to see if you kept your garment, man. And the scripture says wisdom and knowledge should be stability at that time. So, hey, when the time of Jacob's come, is your wisdom going to stabilize you? You know?
Back in Isaiah 52:1, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
There shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean, man. And the point is, man, we got to turn back to Yahweh Bashim outside. And it's more than just coming out here with the sign, making, telling like people who they are. That's a major part of it. But that man behind the camera has to be converted. That man behind the camera has to be healed.
He has to stay hydrated too.
Yeah.
He has to continue to grow.
Yeah,
And
that's
grow and grow and grow.
Because in this earth, in this planet, you really only go through water, like plants. Because we're referred to as plants. A neophyte is a newly planted. There's a planted brother in the truth. Hey, so you water a plant. But if you talking about some street shit while you're in this truth and you glorifying it, you're not growing, man. Somebody feeding you, somebody watering you a Powerade or some shit, man.
You may not be a man of Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's a heavy damn demon on you, man. Because the streets has nothing to do with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
And neither are we on this crusade to wake up niggas
Right.
when we clock out.
That's it.
This is where we wake up, Jake, man.
Yes, this street culture is a curse. This fucking street culture is a fucking curse, man.
Like you really ain't close the door on this word. It's like, how you don't close the door, you stick your foot in the door
Yeah.
and keep it open. It's
Right.
like you ain't really got your mind made up. You might still want to go back in that door, which is going back into the world, man.
So it says, there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So that could be referencing to these other nations by default. And also trickling on down to 2/3 of our people. They're considered as profane. They can't come into this clean house because they're governed, they're fashioned with the garments of this current world,
Right.
society. You know,
Because I want to say in certain instances that circumcised can go into, or uncircumcised can go into where the Most High's wisdom cannot penetrate your mindset. You know, this is actually can be a usage for what these wicked ass niggas, man.
that's why King David made that prayer in Psalm the 69th chapter. Let their table become a snare.
Yeah.
How they can't come into this righteousness.
Right.
You know.
And he said always.
Yeah,
So that
always.
means we're per
Per
reincarnation up until Yahushua comes back.
Also looking at what Daniel in the 12th chapter.
Yeah.
None of the wicked
You
shall stand.
understand?
Yeah, that's a reprobate.
All right. Verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem.
Yeah, and if you believe in the Christian system, westernization, black culture, you haven't shooken yourself from the dust. And ultimately, it's the Holy Spirit. Because once you go through the process of this spiritual cleansing, you're supposed to be a new creature.
Yeah.
You know? And then therefore, you start what? You start crawling, then you begin to walk, then you run. You know, but you have to go through that complete process, man. It's not an 80% process, it's not a 95% process, it's not a 99% process, but it's a complete process of being born again. But with that being said, you still have to work on yourself every single fucking day, man.
And it's a truth to this truth, man. It's a discipline to this truth, man.
Yeah.
It's like Stoics.
Yeah.
It's like it's a routine. Every brother got a routine that works for him as a prophet, man.
Right.
And keep it going. Yeah, keep it going, man. It's a man behind this thing, man.
And if you think about, you said Stoics, and you think about Yahushua and the apostles were Stoics. Love not the world, that's external. Work on the spirit, that's internal. What Stoicism teach you? You can't be worried about what people think about you or reacting from their reactions. You can only be concerned about how you react.
Most important, Stoicism teaches you about acceptance. It's acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What it is?
It is what it is.
Acceptance. You know?
I know it's
And that builds character when it comes to the men of the Lord, man, because you start understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that it's only a particular type of people who are going to move in the ways you have about me outside, man. Therefore, you become like a duck, if you understand what I mean, and water off a duck, man. You know, people, you're going to hear this shit, they're going to be talking this worldly shit that you really want to hear, but you still have to suffer and endure through it because you might work with these people. You know what I'm saying? You might be doing a job, ride, share, Uber Eats, whatever, dealing with these people. You know what I'm saying? So you have to still go through that shit. And like what Lot say, that he vexed with the conversation of the wicked.
I'm
The
there
filthy
for
conversation of the wicked, man.
I'm there for you. 2 Peter 2:7, and delivered just like, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
and that conversation ultimately goes into conduct, man. So Lot was in New Orleans, spiritually,
Right.
amongst the Sodomites. He was picking up passengers from. I mean, I'm just spiritually speaking.
No,
You know,
that makes sense.
Jake do ride share and shit. He picking up gay passengers.
You, can I say, you right though, 'cause I just seen a video where it was called Red Dress Week or some shit in New Orleans.
Yes,
a bunch
sir.
of faggots dressed in red. So you're absolutely right.
Well, Jackson, Mississippi, they got a billboard called Pride Month, and that's a man in a dress. It's a nigga, man. So the prophets were in spiritual New Orleans, spiritual Memphis, spiritual Jackson, Mississippi,
Vegas.
Vegas, LA.
LA.
Those are those. It's spiritually. That's why it's called spiritual Sodom in Egypt. It's here again.
Yeah, lots.
Oh, I can't forget it. Let's.
That's the hood.
But it's no coincidence that it's prophets in every major city, man.
Back in Isaiah 52:2, shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Yeah, being enslaved from a spiritual sense, man. And Micah, what, 2 and you get that? Yeah, because you have to go through that rigorous process of being born again. So you become a new creature, and that old man really supposed to be gone. You know, and how you know it may not be completely gone, but how you know you're doing right, some of those old behaviors tend to come back. But at the same time frame, you gotta fight that shit off, man.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting at verse 11 in NLT. When I was a child, I spoke as a child.
Right.
I reacted to when I was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things.
Right. I want to say, and read in the KJV, bro.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, in the KJV. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child.
You're not on the level. You're not on the spiritual level. Go ahead.
But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right. And I want to say that childish is actually going into unskillful, untaught. You know, so anything we did outside was true. We were babes. We were children.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. It's on you know. It's on you.
Hey, because it was at the NLT you was reading it first.
Huh.
And he said, I reasoned as a child. You said unskillful, right? Because as a child, you're not filtering life out through the scriptures. See, now we got 613 laws. We got the Proverbs of our forefathers. So your reasoning is now through the scriptures.
Right.
Well, back then, you only reasoned through your understanding of your own impulses, what made you feel good. Street cultures or black cultures standard upon it. You know, you filtered everything through another through Edomite culture or street culture. But now we reason and we filter everything out through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
Right.
So, yep. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I was saying all those different components you named, all of them childish, bro. So, Edomite culture, black culture, going to feminism, anything gravitating to this so-called white man system. It's all childish at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's why Esau made that presumptuous decision by giving his blessing away. Right. That's a childish little move to make, man.
And what's the scripture states as a point about children of fools?
Job 30.
Yeah, going into what y'all saying.
And then he said base men. Because if you go into it, if you think about it, it's a base instinct culture. Esau's characteristic is he's a man of base instincts. Meaning his principle is moving off his basic instincts.
I gotta have it now.
I gotta have it now.
Hey,
It's
what it
impulsive.
now?
Yeah, he don't have no fucking. What makes Jacob civilized, he has rules to govern his basic instincts. Esau don't have no rules to govern his basic instincts, man.
Hey, Job 30 and 8, they were children of fools. They ain't children of base men.
If you go into fools, it means like impious,
Yeah.
impiety, and piety.
Going to unrighteous.
Yeah, and it goes unrighteous because
Because pious mean righteous.
right, you're right. Because of the God doesn't exist in your mind.
Right. Ooh.
Who has sin in his heart?
Yeah, there's no God.
Right. And the definition of fool really means, like you said, empty-handed.
Right, because it's empty because you don't have Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in your mind.
That's right.
One of the synonyms for empty is like abandoned. Why does it mean abandoned? Because you have the Most High is not in you. If you were a house, the Most High isn't there.
Yeah. That's why the Most High kept calling our people a foolish nation.
Yep.
Because we abandoned him.
That's right.
Right.
So again, Job 38, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
What does vow mean?
Just plain wicked.
Wicked,
Vile.
low life.
Yeah, low life.
Perverse,
Morally
man.
depraved.
Drinking blood,
Yeah.
being a sodomite. But it's that same culture that you see amongst the Romans,
Right.
the Grecians,
That's right.
Edomites today. That's why they have the concept of what? Teabagging. You know, if you were a Jake that hung around a bunch of Edomites, a bunch Edomite males, they do weird shit. If you're in the shower, they'll fuck with you while you're in the shower type, you know? And that's like a little college frat shit, man.
Yeah.
That's like knowing college, like don't sleep around so-called white men.
Yeah.
You never go sleep around them, man.
Or playing sports. They be on that crazy shit. You know, in high school, junior high, try to give you a wedgie and shit. You know, you always been on some stupid shit.
Because that's how the sons of Jacob are many most high in their spirit. Alright? The son of Esau, Edom, he's a mini Satan. You know?
And I can say, just speaking on how, our people shouldn't be hanging around Edomite shit like that. Y'all brothers can attest. There's been some guys back in our hometown that be hang around some Edomites, fuck around, be floating down the river. He the only one that drowned.
Yep.
You know, nobody know what happened.
Eight people went out for a swim. 7 were Edomites, 1 was a Jake.
And then there was 7.
Yeah, one was missing. Guess which one was missing?
Jake.
Yep, the dark.
Oh, dark.
He just jumped in there.
Yeah.
We didn't know he could swim.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm gonna say this very quick for the people go back. Esau flip on you. Esau not like Jacob. You kind of already watching Jacob. Esau, you may be thinking like, he a cool Edomite. He might even be an Israelite foreigner. But he'll flip on you within an instant. That's his style, man. Nature. It's his nature.
Hey, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And within this knowledge, it identifies who the enemy is. Know your enemies. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, that you shall be no priest to me, seeing you have forgotten the law of your power, I will also forget your children.
Yep.
The point was, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See, in the ancient world, we knew this knowledge. We knew not to fuck with Esau either. Hey, it says back in the garden, the Most High put a mark on Cain. That was his signet. That leprosy was his token, like, don't fuck with him.
That's right.
Because even like in parts of Africa, if you got albinism, you're a freak.
That's right.
But this man that turned things upside down, if you got melanin, you're a freak. Especially 100 years ago, 50 years ago, you know? But you're, huh? Esau made Jacob the Edomite in America.
But they teach that doctrine in the Book of Mormons.
He cursed them with melanin, he cursed them with pigment.
Then you have Jake on top of that, be pushing Mormonism.
Exactly.
He'll be at your door with the Edomites.
Right.
Like, Mark, what you doing out here with them,
You
man?
don't know shit.
Yeah.
When they Tyrone,
Yeah.
Mormon.
Tyrone G.
Well, you know, there's always a black Power Ranger.
Yeah.
You know, Zach.
My mama was so fucked up when it comes to that shit, man. She trying to put that Dr. White shit on us, telling me your neck's so black. I'm like, damn, this woman gave birth, man. She don't like me, man. But she thought everybody should be light skinned like CJ and them, man. I'm like, damn.
Your mama have you look like Sammy Sosa.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man. You know, but it just shows,
When that bleaching cream.
yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, it just shows you, man, that's still the part of Stockholm Syndrome, man. They had, like, the older people looking at a dark skin as a curse, basically.
They did. Boy, you got dark.
Yeah.
Just say this shit like gonna hurt your soul. Ain't gonna hurt your soul.
Yeah, well, you know you black.
Yeah, like, you got dark. I'm like, God, man.
Damn. But then go plant their flowers in the darkest soil they can find. Like, come on, man.
Hey, it's a cream. Eve used a cream called Ultra Glow, man. They use a cream called Ultra Glow. It's supposed to brighten your skin up, man. You know? Hey, don't let that little facade fool you, man. Eve ain't what you think she is, man.
That's right.
Jake, we grew up around Eve. Jake got older siblings and shit. Eve just, she got a facade for the world, man. Eve is fighting self-esteem issues. All right?
Hey, Numbers 12:10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So she became leprous, white as snow. What was her original complexion? Yep.
And Aaron looked on Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said to Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you. Lay not the sin on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Yep.
And that's the point. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you, lay not the sin, because she was leprous, on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
It's a person was like a so-called white person. He said that when our forefather Isaac, Esau came out, what did he say?
Shasha.
You know, waste away his evil.
Wasted.
You know?
White boy wasted.
But we know, according to the curses, that our people, of the hopeful elect, they're going to be looking like the so-called white people. But you're going to get your regular complexion back within the next kingdom of God. That's what it's all about, that new change that we're all looking forward to, man. We'll get back that original color back, you know? This is Colossians 3:1. If ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above.
What are the things that are above? The kingdom.
Yeah,
They got this thing called high-level conversations, but that's the highest level conversation you can have, is the conversation of the kingdom.
right. If I can say something too, then the scripture stated risen, meaning what? So you have to go through your own spiritual resurrection.
That's
In
right.
order for Yahushua to be formulated in you. You know?
NLT, same verse. 6, you have been raised to new life.
Right, because of the process, the rigorous process of being born again.
Yep.
But like Zaquan been teaching, is more than just coming and camp. You really gotta live this thing.
Lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Because really the game is when you off camera. When you're not behind the camp sign, and when you're not around brothers.
When you in that matrix.
When you're in the matrix, are you applying the scriptures? And again, I'd rather be with a brother that knows 2 precepts that can apply compared to a brother that knows 100 precepts and don't know how to utilize one. All you doing is just basically off memory. But when it comes to the application, the second nature of the scripture, you can't even utilize it.
And the scripture's gonna break down why.
Since you have been raised to new life with Yahushua, set your sights on the realities of heaven. You know, you're talking about the kingdom of heaven.
If I can say something, your sights, your mind being single, that eye being single.
Like in KJV. If you then be risen with Mashiach Yahushua, those things which are above where Mashiach Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Yeah, the mundane. Because when you transcend, or when you're in the spirit, you become aware of the things you're worried about in this life is all a result of you being in this body, being plugged into the matrix. But when you transcend Esau's kingdom, you realize that that's just something that's a mundane reality that hasn't played its course. But it's beneath you.
It's worldly.
Yep, it's worldly.
Yahushua said you were from
Beneath and I am from above.
above.
All right. High level. This is high level conversation. Kings understand, king talk, man. We're not worried about the affairs of the layman or the mundane. All right. Yeah. Let's go to 5.
Verse 3. For you are dead, and your life is hid with Mashiach in Yahweh.
Hey, we're Stoics. And if you look up the word monk, right, it goes back to the Greek monos, which means alone or solitary. So the monks are excluded from society. The 3rd century monks of the Christian monks, they studied Elisha. They studied John the Baptist. They studied the Messiah, and they basically made a religion out of that. Just that solitary life. I believe that was Jake. 3rd century, but it says, because why would Esau be all into it like that? Esau got into religion just so he won't be conquered by in Islam. He won't be conquered by Islam.
Moab probably just adopted those ways.
But now, when it comes to Moab, the original Buddha was a Jake.
He was.
He came and brought that system to them. He had big eyes, big lips, woolly hair. But now they studied Elisha, Elijah, which was John the Baptist. Just how John the Baptist had honeycomb and locusts. All right, basically he was like a monk, but they turned around and made it. So per definition, they were monks. So really, some of the original monks were the prophets. All right, but the reason I'm expounding on that is because it said you are dead. Now you're not physically dead; you're dead to this world. So that stoic life, that I'm gonna start saying monk life, all right, is because you're unplugged from the matrix. You're dead to this world. You're dead to this system. All right.
It says, verse 4, when Mashiach Yahushua, who is our life, should appear, then should ye also appear with him in glory.
Because we're not aligning ourselves to impress the king of Babylon. So we're not putting on our garments to impress the king of Babylon. We got that on reserve for, the king of Jerusalem, the Prince of Peace.
That's the woman that Yahushua wants.
That's the woman that Yahushua wants, the woman that's reserving herself for her.
Yeah, not for the street type of woman.
Because what do they do on this side? Eve get the streets and then try to come at us. No, that's not faithful. No, we old faithful right here.
Verse 5, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Like, can you go back to this a lot?
Verse 5, mortify therefore your members.
Put to death. And this is because when you go into when you start watching them Shaolin monks, you start watching different forms of martial arts, what do you have? The student and the master. Where does that concept come from? Yahushua always use the analogy of the student and the master. I'm sorry, the servant and the master, which the servant is the student. But the first principles of being a disciple is killing your flesh. That's why Elder Abba Bivens said what? In order to receive that special gift, that magic gift, you got to control your lust. Because or mortify your members. Because when you mortify your lower nature, you open up your pineal gland.
then you receive spiritual gifts from that sacrifice.
Yeah, if you receive spiritual gifts from you start reading the word through the spirit, the angel opens up your mind. All right, when you pray to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
And it's different. You can tell when it's working.
Yeah.
Now, if you go on a fast or something, you done gave up, you be on a fucking high frequency. Yeah.
Yep. So mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Like you said, you went into that last week. Inordinate means excessive. That's the nature of America. You're not saying you can't deal with your woman sexually or, drink a little bit.
Balance.
It's balance. See, the Hebrew way is moderation. The Babylonian way is excessiveness, which is inordinate.
Even as a point, I was looking at like how Moab does the tea. You be small cups of tea.
Yeah.
And then you leave cups of goddamn what's in that other place? The other coffee place?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, and then they give you a gigantic ass cup. And everything, like you say, everything is just out of, you know what I'm saying? It's just over.
It's over, man.
It's over, man.
Think about your stomach is this size.
Right.
It can shrink down to 2 ounces. It can expand up to 32 ounces. Now, if your stomach this size, the fuck you doing at Golden Corral? Get multiple plates and shit, man. That's why I drink like a fucking hippopotamus, man, in church clothes.
That's a demonic restaurant.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. Hey, the bell started ringing on that one. But I'll start.
Oh, that ain't like,
Yeah, cuz.
Yep. So inordinate affection, evil concupiscence.
Yeah, evil concupiscence. Well, I'm trying to say how Google said. Evil concupiscence.
Yep.
Cheating. I still tried. Evil concupiscence. Stay woke, Aku. All right, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we do.
And covetousness, which is idolatry.
And covetousness, which is idolatry, man. All right, and because this is a covetous culture. Because the commercials, when you watch your favorite TV shows, you got an 8-minute commercials for every 22-minute TV show. We grew up in a culture of covetousness. That's the commercial for you to covet. All right, the stuff you watch on the internet is for you to covet. All right. Yeah.
sin comes from exposure.
Because we're the product. Well, they want us to be consumers, man. All right, hey, but with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Takudash.
Double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of everything elect. Above.
Above.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom. Shalom. Okay. Oh, I had molded cookies. Yeah.